What's up, everyone? This is Sir Hunt's Reviews. I'm Mark. In this video, as you can see from the thumbnail, I'm gonna be doing something a little bit different. I'm obsessed with Marvel movies. I've covered Avenger movies in the past. I've discussed my love of pretty much everything related to, superhero shit. I obviously, love Game of Thrones. So normally when I do like plot leak videos, it's for either Game of Thrones or for the prequel series House of the Dragon. In this video, I'm gonna do one for Spider-Man. If you enjoy this, please slap a like on this video. The like code is gonna be TREE. Now, I did mention at the beginning of this video, and it was a sort of just manipulate YouTube's algorithm. There has been a trailer that leaked on Twitter. I didn't catch it. Sony is fucking masterclass at removing sensitive material. It's insane. Game of Thrones has had entire episodes leak, and Marvel has somehow just not... I mean, obviously, we've seen set pictures. They've had, like, anything that's filmed on location for something. We've seen pictures of Spider-Man's new suit from the Funko Pop figures. Anything like that, we've seen it. We haven't seen the trailer. The fact that this trailer was online for however long it was before they completely removed it is insane. Now, there were 3 thumbnails that I did see. One of Alfred Molina. He's obviously going to be Doc Ock. In it, he's, like, sort of looking over his shoulder, and you can see his new... tentacles, if you will. There's like, they look like sort of space packs with like glowing circles. There's no actual arms attached. So I'm thinking maybe his arms in this Spider-Verse are going to be metaphysical. Obviously, this Spider-Man movie is going to be tying into the multiverse of madness and all the other future extra cosmic filled Marvel movies, so it would make sense that, this version of Doc Ock is obviously not the same. Another picture we saw was of Electro, and he looked like he was wearing construction dude an outfit. You didn't see any of his gear or anything. Like Doc Ock, you saw part of his gear, but with Jamie Foxx and Electro, you just saw literally he's wearing like trash man jumpsuit kind of shit. And then the other picture we saw was obviously Willem Dafoe, aka Green Goblin. Now he also doesn't have any of his like gear showing. We kind of knew that these characters were going to be in the new movie. We don't exactly know how. That's obviously going to be broken down when the trailer gets here. But because we're discussing the trailer in this video, I was kind of going to keep short. I've never heard of this YouTuber, but apparently there's a YouTuber named Heavy Spoilers who was sent a plot leak. And someone over on something that I do frequent, the subreddit / Marvel Studio Spoilers, and someone categorized it. It's a user Lettuce Dunk, and they sort of just like listed all the information that YouTuber had in their video. So I'm going to go over some of that information. Some of it's kind of boring. We sort of knew that the movie would obviously pick right back up where the last one left off, but they mentioned that basically Spider-Man at some point meets up with Doctor Strange, and when he does that, he ends up finding Doctor Strange, who's shoveling snow and trying to clear the place out. Peter asks Strange if it's possible to go back in time and change things, like obviously Peter's identity became world known at the end of the last movie, Far From Home. Going back in time would obviously create a branched reality rather than changing things, changing the results of what actually happened. So just skimming along here, basically, from this point forward, Peter and Doctor Strange go to the basement of the Sanctum Sanctorum. Doctor Strange pulls a strand of Peter's hair to create a spell, similar to what he did for Thor and Ragnarok, and he then casts Peter's secret identity out of the world to make sure that everyone forgets he is Spider-Man. This ends up going wrong because Peter interrupts him and asks if he can complete in such a way that Aunt May, Ned, and MJ still remember. This is because MJ and Peter have a bit of a back and forth about how difficult it was to keep it from her. Peter doesn't want to go through that again, but in turn, this cracks the multiverse wide open, and we get the Sinister Six coming through this tear in reality. The lineup is Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Electro, Lizard, Sandman, Rhino. The 6 villains attack New York, and both Strange and Peter have to round them up. The only one they don't capture is the Green Goblin. Goblin decides to hang back while the others go ahead. Strange then puts them in a prison, which Peter doesn't know about, and Goblin goes to visit them. Here he finds out the last thing they all remember is the Spider-Man of their Earth being there when he died. Goblin can't break them out because there's a magical cube, yada yada, and I'm not about to spoil the entire movie. That sounds like that could be potentially real. Like, obviously, those sources could be complete bullshit. We do know that there's going to be a multiverse. We've seen thumbnails from the actual trailer. People have seen the actual trailer, and they've had their Twitter accounts removed. So that's why, I'm not mentioning whether I've seen it or not, but I have seen thumbnails that, I've seen thumbnails of each character that I mentioned here, which was obviously Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, and then, of course, Willem Dafoe. But I want to thank you all so much for watching. This was just going to be a quick one. If you could, please do me a massive favor. If you enjoyed this, slap a like on this video. Like was going to be treat.